Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinies BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hiney in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hiney Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hiney sauces, snacks, and more. Hinies BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
By Hinies BBQ. I'm AJ Good. We're starting off the show here with members of the Lawrence County, almost said volleyball, I can't believe that, bowling team. Member of the bowling team.
I don't think we win a volleyball match.
Hey, you never know. Some of the teams I saw this year, you guys could stand a chance here. So we're joined by head coach Chris Hagan. We got CJ Thickpen, Andrew Littleton, and Jackson Smith. Guys, thanks for coming on here in the middle of this cold December night. So just number one, Coach Chris, and we'll let everyone answer. Just tell us kind of how the season's going so far.
The season went pretty good. We ended up winning the district. We'll move on to regionals on January 5th. We stumbled a couple times in the regular season and lost to a couple teams, and we actually had to beat both of those teams in the district to win the title. So overcome a lot of adversity there, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. CJ?
Yeah, like Chris said, we came in and we won districts, and we just got to pick it back up when we come into regionals.
Andrew?
I feel like we're a really strong team this year. I mean, everybody on the team's really good. I feel like if we just keep our mentality straight, we'll be good from here on out.
Jackson?
I feel great about it. We're rolling on. Throw our best games, leave the rest up to it.
So tell everybody just, when does the season start? I don't think many people realize it. It starts way earlier than what most people realize.
We usually do like tryouts or first practice in just a couple of weeks after school starts. We let them get in school, get going, and then we'll have tryouts, and then we start practicing 2 or 3 days a week every week until our matches start. And our matches start the last week of September, and I usually schedule a lot of out-of-conference matches, and to get us some extra bowling in, we usually bowl somewhere between, the guys probably bowl 15 to 20 matches a year, in total. I think this year they backed our district tournament up to the first week of December, so we don't have a lot of time to get some of the extra matches in that we used to. Used to, we would bowl at least 20 a year.
And for you guys, it's a long season. If you're going from September all the way to December, it's longer than football season.
Right.
So just talk about how just long it is for you three guys to go through it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really long. Although all the matches are very scattered throughout the season, so we get certain breaks and all that. But in the end, it's really a long season.
Yeah, and like he said, there's certain weeks where you won't have a game or you won't have two like you usually do in a week. So you've got a little time to either, rest or go and practice and work out the kinks and everything. But I really do like how the season is managed throughout the year.
Jackson?
Yeah, I like both of them say it's really long, but you get breaks to recuperate, get everything back going, keep practicing, keep warmed up.
How often do you guys practice throughout and kind of in between? And what's a normal practice week look like?
Yeah, we normally practice on like every Tuesday and Thursday. And then when the matches start, some weeks we have 3 matches. And then, of course, sometimes I have to tell these kids, look, I don't want you bowling on Sunday, like if we have a match on Monday. Because bowling, unlike some of the other sports, like that facility is always open. And we can always be working on something, whether we're technically having a high school practice or not. And then, of course, all these kids bowl in leagues, and that helps develop with competition and their skills as well. So they put in a lot of work. I'm just super proud of everybody on the team for the amount of work that they put in. And I'm always available on, through text and Snap and whatever they need to get a hold of me and say, hey, Coach, I got this going on, or, what I need to do. But I also, at the same time, we try to have those breaks. I use fall break, Christmas break, Thanksgiving break. We try not to bowl a lot during that and just take a breather because it is such a long season. We start practicing in August and hopefully we make it to the postseason every year, and it goes to like January 22nd or something like that, so several months.
For you guys, obviously, you play in those other leagues that you're involved in. How do you guys kind of balance your school schedule along with your league schedule?
We just take it one step at a time, focus on, what you need to focus on at the right time, and we just go through it.
It's really difficult sometimes with other extracurricular activities and stuff and balancing it out. But I do like how most of our leagues are structured, so you only have one night a week that you're bowling and stuff, and you can get the extra practice in between that week. So I really do like how the hours of our facility, so we can go at any time we want, whenever it's convenient for us.
Pretty much exactly what you just said. Just whenever you want to go practice, work on what you're bad at, work on what you're good at. Just go in there and do it, and you have all the time in the world too.
Chris, what made you want to get involved with bowling to start off, and what made you want to be a bowling coach as well?
I used to think I didn't know there was so much involved in bowling. I didn't know it was as technical as it is. There's 40 boards on a lane, and the arrows are every 5 boards, and there's dots that you line up on. Like I didn't know none of that. I just thought you just throw the ball overhanded down there and hit the pins. But one of my friends got me into it. I had a couple of other friends, that helped me along the way. I was actually given my first bowling ball, which a lot of bowlers are. That means a lot. That the bowling community is always willing to help out, And then as far as being a coach, I had no intention. I didn't know anything about it, honestly. And the owner at the center, Josh Pollock, he I guess he kind of put in a good word and said that needs to be your guy. And I just got a phone call and was pretty much said, hey, you're the new high school bowling coach. And I was like, all right, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll try. And this is my 9th season. The first season was, of course, a huge struggle, but I feel very proud of what we built at Lawrence County. I mean, it's every year, you hear about Lawrence County, and the other teams in the district, they know that we're the man, when it comes to bowling. So,
for you three, what made you guys want to get involved in bowling?
So basically, when I first heard of bowling, it didn't strike me as like a really competitive sport. But when I first started playing it, I had a whole lot of fun playing it. And then I just started taking a whole lot more serious throughout my years playing, and I just had fun.
So I've really been bowling most of my life. You start out with a 6-pounder and you work your way up. So I really fell in love with it through that, and I found out about the bowling team and the leagues and all of that, and I really liked how technical all of it was. I didn't realize all that until I started. The first match that I stepped into, it was everybody was hopping there. It was not at all what I expected. So from there on, I've been in love with it ever since.
Jackson.
All started my freshman year. I was looking for a new sport to play, and here come the bowling team, and I joined up. I had no clue what it intended, and I just fell in love with it.
I think all 4 of you have brought up that you didn't realize what it really was when you start bowling matches.
Right.
You start playing those leagues. It's
most
just as
people don't.
yeah.
And I tell you, I urge everybody that has never been to a high school bowling match, you should just go one time and just see how intense and how loud, and just the whole building is just full of electricity. And Jackson is our hype man. He leads our chants before the matches, and something I want to bring up is something I kind of I forget about sometimes. I don't think about, but Andrew is from Loretto.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
we actually
Yeah.
co-op with Loretto.
Yeah.
We have several players that come from Loretto, so that makes it even harder on them
Mm-hmm.
getting to practice. And I mean, they live another 30 minutes down the road. So, but yeah, if you hadn't been to a bowling match, man, it's something. I know you've been a couple times.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I've seen some PBA events too, and that's
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a golf. If you take a golf tournament and put it into one building,
Yeah,
and
put it in a
everyone
stadium.
side by side. That's what a PBA event is. It's,
Yeah.
But on championship day, the semifinals of championship. I mean, it's like so quiet, then it gets so loud.
Right.
It's like
Right.
tennis, golf.
It's-
all matched into one with superior skills.
Kind of what it reminds me of is like an eruption.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it is quiet. You don't holler when somebody's
Right.
fixing to bowl, but as soon as they throw the ball, it's just an eruption.
Yeah.
And if they strike, it gets wild.
Yeah, and the emotion comes out from
Yeah.
the players. Some
Yeah.
of them are very stoic. It's like, oh, yeah, I meant to do that. But others,
Yeah.
just can't hold that in sometimes.
right.
So for you guys, what was your, like you mentioned earlier, what was your first bowling match experience like, and how have you adjusted moving forward?
I'd say my first bowling match experience was definitely, it was freshman year when I got subbed into like a Baker match, which is kind of a second game thing that we do in our like matches that we play. And I got subbed into one of the frames on it, and it was real exciting once you like bowl strike or whatever on that frame, because like 3 years ago, those games really mattered.
Yeah.
They really mattered. But yeah.
So last year was my first year, and going in that first match, I was really nervous. And the couple matches after that, I still kind of I was tense and nervous, and I didn't throw it right. So building on from that, I really just had to relax, get my mind in the right space, and just throw the ball.
Yeah. Jackson.
Ever since freshman year, I've just always been, like, every time I've gotten subbed in or started, nerves would get to me, but I've kind of just learned just to mellow it out, get it going, get in the groove.
When me and you talked, I think last season or a couple of years ago, at the time, you were co-op, but you didn't have anybody from the other schools. Now you do this year, so you truly are Lawrence County's bowling team. So that's got to be pretty cool.
We started the co-op last season, and I knew I'm actually related to Andrew.
Okay.
So I knew that they were bowlers. Him and his little brother are both on the team, and also I had another couple in mind, and I was really excited to get those guys up, and man, it's made a huge difference on the team, and just like you said, it really is Lawrence County, so.
Now, you guys mentioned those 2 losses earlier in the year. How motivating was it for all 4 of you guys to get them back in that district tournament?
It was eye-opening because I try to be realistic, but I know that our team is really good. I knew that we got what it takes to win the state. But when you take a loss, it kind of slaps you in the face, and it's like, hey, wake up, And both of those matches, we went into a little bit sleepy, kind of. We come out of the gates kind of slow, and we definitely were flat in that first game. And both matches, though, after taking that loss in the first game, we would come back and bowl really well the rest of the match, after we got woken up. And after we took that second loss, I'm like, look, this is one of the best teams that we've ever had here. Like, we got to handle business from start to finish. And we really started working on that and coming out firing on all cylinders. And we really did that in the districts. We bowled one close match in the districts. We had to bowl 3 matches that day against 3 different teams, and Columbia Central's really good. They got a couple of bowlers that qualified for individual state, so they're pretty serious. And it was really close. The whole match was really close, but at no point did I ever really think, we might lose this. And I think it's very important to keep a positive mindset throughout, and I think we all did that, and I mean, came out on top. So,
Say for you three as well.
So I mean, I'm sorry. What was the?
How motivating was it to get those two back?
Yeah, it was really motivating for the first 2 losses because we should have easily beat them. But I mean, we came back in districts to beat them in the end in our final match, so we can win the district all in all. But it was really motivating.
Those 2 losses were motivating and humbling at the same time. You know, even though we got a great team, you know, we might not always, you know, put on a great performance. So it really made us realize, like, hey, you know, even though we're good, we still got to perform to our best. You know, even if we want to make it from district into regions and sub-states, we've got to, you know, put on a good performance every time. So,
Jackson.
My take on it, those 2 losses were really just like a punch in the mouth. And like you would take a punch in the mouth, you don't take it very good. So we came back out there with that mentality of just, we're going to get this back, and there ain't nobody going to stop us.
I played on a couple state championship baseball teams, and we lost to teams we shouldn't have lost to in the regular season. It does something to you when you get in the postseason.
it's kind of easy sometimes, like you know you're good, and you just almost like just take it light.
Yeah.
You just kind of take it light. You just kind of walk in, you're like, oh, we got this, you know, and nobody's really putting forth their best effort.
Yeah.
But it don't take just a minute to get smacked around. You go, hey, all right, well, we can lose at any minute. You know?
right. Yeah.
And bowling's one of those things. I tell these guys, you know, we're not really bowling the other team as much as we're bowling ourselves.
Right.
You know, if you put forth 120% effort into every shot you throw, we're gonna come out on top because we're good. You know.
You can't play defense against the other guys.
Right. Unfortunately, as bad as I wanted to, maybe I don't know, tackle one or something, you can't really do that.
All right, now that it's Christmas time, let's have a little fun here, okay? So, for everybody, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Okay.
He took mine.
Die Hard?
Yeah, I was gonna say Die Hard.
Okay,
but,
that works.
Yep.
I'd have to go with the classic Home Alone. I love that
Okay,
movie.
what do you got, Jackson?
I'd say Elf.
Elf? Okay, all right.
I can't believe nobody said National Lampoon's Christmas.
I was considering it for a second, and then I changed my
Dusty
mind.
did. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it. Okay, favorite Christmas gift?
Favorite Christmas gift?
Yeah.
A bowling ball.
Bowling ball, okay.
Favorite Christmas gift? I gotta say, I used to play these like a whole lot on my 360 on the little Xbox.
Yeah.
The new Modern Warfare games.
Okay.
A nice bait caster.
What you got, Jackson?
I don't know. It's just like,
You don't have any?
I'm stumped.
You stumped? That's either a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I got one for you.
You got one? Okay.
I'd say a new hat.
Oh, okay.
I like hats.
You like hats?
A lot.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
All right. Let's switch to the other side. What's your worst, your most hated Christmas gift?
Oh man, my grandmother got me a matching jogging sweatsuit or whatever one time, and it was purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
Oh,
God bless her.
Yeah.
And she, you know, she just want to be in style, I guess.
I guess. What you got?
To be honest, I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I guess actually, some socks that didn't fit me.
Okay.
They couldn't fit on my ankles.
It's a thought that it's a thought that counts,
It's a
right?
thought that counts.
Shouldn't have such a big ankle.
Just like I guess like a plain underwear set, just like a plain color underwear set. I think I got that
They
one.
just got you some whitey tighties.
Yeah, just
for
whitey
Christmas.
tighties. Yep.
You got Jackson.
I'd say just some like plain socks that nobody wants.
Yeah. There's always one relative that's the socks relative.
Oh yeah.
There's always one. But you get our age, you love socks.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
I look forward to underwear and socks now.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
at my
one less
age,
thing you got to buy for
Hey,
yourself.
I'm just tickled to death to get them. I'm like, oh man, I ain't got to buy them myself now. So,
All right, guys. Well, one final question here. You got the region you say coming up after the new year. What you said, January 5th?
January 5th.
So just how pumped are you guys, and how big is this opportunity, and where is it going to be as well?
It's going to be in Columbia at Ten Pin Alley. we're super pumped. We already know who we're bowling against in the semifinals, so we can kind of prepare for that. I just told these guys we're going to start practicing again a couple days a week, between now and then, because we took a little break this week. We're not doing a whole lot, but we're going to get back hammering at it, and we'll be ready to go.
CJ?
Like Chris said, we're going to start practicing here in a little bit, or here in a couple weeks, so that way we can go ahead and get ready. And we already know who we're playing against, and we've already beat them once. We just got to go up there and handle our business and do the rest.
I feel like it's a really big opportunity because this is the match that we lost in last year. We made it to regions and got put out. So I feel like this is an open door for us. We just got to take it, and get in there and handle business. So
I'm fired up. I'm ready. And we're gonna bowl our best matches. That's all I got.
Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for coming here tonight. We're looking forward and we're pumped up for you guys coming up here on January 5th there at Columbia, and hopefully you guys can make it to the state tournament.
All right.
I appreciate you having us.
Yeah, no problem. Well, coming up next, the big fellas here, me and Dusty, we're going to talk some current events and plenty of football coming up next on X Sports Live.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinies BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hiney in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hiney Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hiney sauces, snacks, and more. Hinies BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best. Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Keith and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store.
A home run with the team at United Country Southern Tennessee Realty.
On the web, 931-321-8226.
Tommy Johnson, 931-722-4840.
Tyler Webb, 731-438-2084.
Travis Caldwell's 931-629-3033.
You're safe with United Country Southern Tennessee Realty.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinies BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hiney in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hiney Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hiney sauces, snacks, and more. Hinies BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Brought to you by Hinies BBQ, joined by the one and only Dusty Kaiser. And Dusty, have you come down after last night's crazy doubleheader that we just had?
AJ, I got home and I was still pumped. So not only do we have just this huge rival, people who don't know, Lawrence County Loretto rival, it's crazy.
Right.
But then to get those type of games last night out of it, that's what you pay for going to the playoffs. It was a playoff atmosphere. Fans are into it. It's just 2 great games.
Absolutely was. Let's talk about the first one. The Lady Cats came out on fire. They're hitting threes from everywhere. Loretto kept it close, though.
They did.
The majority of the game, Allie Weathers took over. Sophie Weathers hit some big shots. It never got beyond, 2 to 3 possessions or 2 to 3 scores, really?
Yes.
And then even when Loretto took the lead, they had an 8-point lead at one point, which was the largest of the game. I went back and rewatched it. I've replayed it in the mind. It was 2 well coached, 2 good coaching jobs, 2 teams that were really more evenly matched than what we thought they were. And it was, it was like 2 heavyweight fighters just throwing.
That's how I explained it at work today. Was 2 heavyweight fighters.
Yeah.
Hats off to Coach Scott and Coach Rutledge.
Yeah.
I mean, either team couldn't have been coached any better.
Yeah.
I thought the girls played phenomenal. Lawrence County did come out shooting, and, we talked about it on air with Cam. Those rims are tight. They're new. And our girls were getting a 3 to fall early. I mean, Sophie Cole was lighting it up. JC put it in, and we were just hitting those threes.
Yeah.
And I know it was early, but in my mind I'm thinking, okay.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
And, Loretta just kept it close and kept it close, like you said. But, hey.
Allie Weathers took over.
Allie Weathers took over, and that was the 27?
29.
29.
29 and 12 last
That was the
night.
quietest 29. I know she hit the big 3 in overtime.
Yeah.
Was it overtime or right there at the end of the fourth?
Right at the end
right
of the
at the end of
fourth.
the fourth in regulation.
39 all.
Outside of that, I mean, it wasn't like it was just this crazy game that she
didn't
played.
score like 14 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable. But hats off to Loretta, the Lady Mustangs, and how they played and how they stayed in it.
Yeah.
A lot of teams don't get down like that, even early in a game, and hold their composure, and that goes back to coaching.
Yeah.
Coach Rutledge done a phenomenal job, and I'd like to see another matchup.
Well, we're going to get one in the new year.
We will get one in the new year.
Ralphs.
Yes.
I mean, and
I won't expect anything less.
No. Well, we knew kind of it's kind of one of those kind of toss-ups. How does each team handle? It's a packed gym. That's a bigger gym. Than what they're used to playing at Loretto, stiffer rims. I mean, everyone had to play under the same conditions.
And I want to tell you, I'm going to say it right now, that was one of the loudest crowds.
Absolutely.
I mean, I had my hands over my ears just so I could push my muffs in. I couldn't hear. I mean, I'm sitting right beside you, and I couldn't hear you. But it was just great high school basketball last night.
Now, the boys' side, tale of two halves. Loretto, they dominated the first half. Lawrence County couldn't hit a shot. Loretto had a lot to do with that. They were forcing bad shots, and they were making good shots on the other end. Jackson Robertson, Corbin Reynolds, Case and Bowie, Mason Tidwell did their stuff. They had balanced scoring, but in the second half, Lawrence County, Bryce Cliff does a good job, did a great job of adjusting. They got the game to their pace, and then once they took the lead into the fourth. It was very back and forth there in the fourth, each side. That was a heavyweight fight there in the fourth quarter between two very good. We knew they were evenly matched.
Oh, yes.
But I didn't see a tale of two halves coming in.
No, I didn't either. And I'll say this for Lawrence County, and I wanted to say it over on air, and it was just so crazy. When Blake Long come down in transition and pulled up that deep three early in the second half, when they come out of half.
Hit that beyond NBA range, nothing but net.
I thought, okay,
yeah,
now we're rolling. And I feel like that kind of got the wheels rolling for our tempo that our boys played.
Right. And that's the tempo that, they're naturally play that way. It's
it's not set up that Bryce coaches like that.
Yeah,
that's just how they play.
And Bryce is doing a good job of how they used to play and integrating a couple different things. It's still very similar to what they were doing the year before, and he's brought in a couple new things. Mm-hmm. He's using what Coach Wilson taught him, which got him pretty far a year ago and got those guys going, and he's added his own style into it, and we saw that a lot last night.
I think you're right, and. How the boys play, they play off each other.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking a rival game, but how Loretta played last night was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, they just, you think Lawrence County's pulling away, Loretta hit a shot.
Yeah.
You think Loretta's coming.
Yeah.
Lawrence County hit a shot.
Yeah.
Outside of some of the knick-knack calls,
weird calls. And I will say this: both games were officiated very similarly. They let them play. They let them be physical, and give both teams credit. It could have got chippy. It never did.
It never did.
Both sides kept their composure in a very tense, it was hostile.
It was hostile. That's not a bad hostile.
No one's going to be throwing.
No.
No one's throwing any blows out there, but they kept their composure. They're not going to get every call right.
No.
But, we saw some kind of ticky-tack stuff that we didn't see in the girls' game, or the first three quarters of the boys' game come out in the fourth, and then that weird timeout that,
the ball's loose.
Loretto had it, but he gave Lawrence County a timeout. Yeah. Then coming out of the timeout, he wanted to give the ball to Loretto. So you can't correct a wrong with a wrong.
No.
Like literally two wrongs can't make a right.
and then, the whole cut knee thing with Mason.
That was stupid.
You know, his knee was fine.
I mean, unless it's gushing and you can see it on the court.
We couldn't even see. I mean, it ain't like we're that far off the court. He looked at us. I mean, it was white tape, and I didn't see no red.
Right.
You know, there again, kind of getting against kind of weird stuff. Yeah. But, you know, outside of that, man, I thought it was just a great game. And taps off to, man, that break the press play.
Yeah.
That works.
I mean, well, I don't think that was the initial idea. I think they're trying to get it in quick, and then the second option was throw it deep. And Alex put it on the money to Logan, and I said it on the broadcast, you got a 3-on-1. And
then TJ standing on the block. I mean,
easy. You know, I mean, we say it's an easy shot, but when you're under that pressure and you're under that tension, that's not an easy shot.
And for that game and that atmosphere, I mean, TJ held it together to make that shot.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's the only game this season he hasn't been in double figures, but he hits the biggest shot of the game.
Yes. You know, so, I mean, just hats off to Lawrence County Wildcats.
Yeah.
And you know, they fought hard, and Loretta fought hard. They need to hold their heads up. I mean,
those are two legit teams that could be in Murfreesboro. Now, I know they got some stiff competition waiting for them in the district and the region, but, I mean, you look at the height, you look at the athleticism, you look how well both teams are coached. I mean, we could be very busy come March, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely. And I want to say it about Loretta. We talked about Kaysen last night quite a bit, and I'll talk about it now. That boy, he's just getting his legs back underneath him.
Yeah, which makes that game in January when they come here to be very exciting. Who's calling you?
Oh, it's somebody else.
Oh, I was about to say, we can prank them right now. Hey, you're on X Sports Live.
But yeah, I think the game at the Ralph shouldn't hold anything back from what we seen last night.
Now let's switch over here to Summertown. They've been busy as well. The boys and girls were at Murfreesboro Central on Monday, back at home against Cornersville last night. The girls really hard-fought battle against a good Murfreesboro Central team, lost by 3. The boys down 16 at halftime, got the lead before the end of the third, and then poured it on in the fourth. And then came back the next night, and Cornersville gave them a good game.
They did.
Now
I got to watch a little bit of the highlights today. So I mean,
the Cornersville boys gave them a good game, but you know, Summertown having to have that furious comeback, still had enough legs to pick up, you know, a pretty convincing win. And then the girls, it's almost like they took all the angst out against Murfreesboro Central because Cornersville's not bad, and they came out last night. I mean, just
they were fired.
They could have played the Lakers and might have won a quarter or two. They were on fire.
Yes.
So you know, good on them, and I mean, those games. I'm just thinking now. I know it's far ahead because we got a lot of games before them, but those games with Loretto and Summertown at the Big Barn, at the Nest, are going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, you know, we talked about hostile environment last night. I hope that we don't have a Lawrence County game the night they play in the barn.
I think we do.
I think we do too. I think I looked at the schedule, but that's going to be a game.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be any different at the Nest.
Yeah.
But just to be at the Big Barn.
Yeah.
First year of it, and just, I mean, that's going to be a game.
And now the district tournament and the region tournament is going to be at the Big Barn.
Yes.
So I've said this a lot, you know, because I've been around, you know, almost coming up on 20 years and on the sports media side. I've been in a lot of small college buildings. I've been in some really bad ones. But that one rivals a lot with what you see at like the small D1 level and the D2 and D3 level. Like, in fact, it's better than most.
I mean, I have no complaints over what we said in last night. You know, I know we're spoiled by sitting in the Ralph. We got all that room.
Yeah.
You know, but outside of that, the atmosphere's great.
Oh, man, but it's like all the noise just
right there.
Right
you know,
there.
And being in the Ralph, you know, now you're looking at a big D1 gym versus a small D1 gym. And it's just, it's what we're used to. But, hey, those games is going to be played at the Big Barn in the Nest this year between those 4 teams. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, coming up next, Dusty, we're going to talk some NFL. Titans with the come-from-behind win on Monday night. And then Patrick Mahomes is becoming Crier Mahomes. We'll discuss that next here on X Sports Live.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street next to the courthouse.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy and GMC dealer.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff, over 25, that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Football next. Well, welcome back to X Sports Live. Brought to you by Hinies BBQ. It wouldn't be an X Sports Live and we're talking about something coming into it.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll start with the NFL here. And just when you thought the Titans they go in the Hard Rock Stadium, they're down for the count. Who knew that Will Levis had a comeback in it?
And listen, I was going to bed.
A lot of people were.
And then, then they muck it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stay up. Well, then Tua goes 3 and out. Titans get the ball back. And then he throws it behind Derrick Henry. And I thought, all right, I'm definitely going to bed now. And then it just kept falling apart. And I thought, oh, my gosh. I'm going to look at this camera, and I'm going to say that I'm sorry to Will Levis for not – I still don't think he's a superstar yet.
No, he's far from
But Will Levis held it together.
Yeah.
And my goodness.
Yeah.
He made some throws, AJ.
Yeah, that Miami defense isn't bad.
It's not a bad defense.
That secondary is actually pretty good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
And, hey, you may want to call it offensive pass interference, whatever you want, but when he dropped that down to D-Hop, I don't know what else you can say.
No, it was a great ball. Great ball. I mean, there's still an outside shot that can make the playoffs at 5-8. A lot of things got to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that division is far from over at this point because everyone's proven to be beatable at this point. They've got the Texans on Sunday. The Texans who look like, they were going to win the division, and it's the Colts. You never know what you're getting out of them. The Jaguars, the 49ers solved that problem, and everybody else has taken advantage of it since.
I don't want to talk about the 49ers. Wow.
Well, no, we are going to talk about them. Not right now, though. But first, let's talk a little offensive offsides.
You got to, man.
You have to.
You have to.
And
listen, let's just get for the record. I'm tired of seeing the social media post with Von Miller up close.
Yeah.
They could have threw 2 flags against Kansas City.
Right.
They don't want to look at the right tackle.
Yeah.
illegal formation.
Yeah, he's
Or
like
illegal
2
procedure.
yards in the backfield.
He's 2 yards in the backfield.
Yeah.
But Tony,
Yeah.
go ahead.
He's
man.
offsides. He's offsides.
He was offsides by a foot.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not he has to look at the official. The official can't scream. And by the way, in Arrowhead Stadium, if anyone that's ever been, you're not hearing anything on the field. You have to, he can't go, whatever his number is, 19, get back. No, he has to look, am I on? He didn't do it.
No, he never. They played that a million times. He never checked up.
Never checked, and that's on him. And it took away, Patrick's right, a historic play. He can't complain when Tony messed up. Remember opening night against the Lions, had those drops.
Yes.
Patrick McCombs does not have an officiating problem, which, by the way, they've got, you want to bring up the Super Bowl?
Oh.
On that penalty, and how many that they had in previous seasons, maybe the quote-unquote late hit against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game and some of the other ones they call. I mean, that's just pro sports. That's just, by the way, it's just life. Stuff comes in cycles. The calls are going against him right now, and he's got a receiver problem, not an officiating problem.
He doesn't have a number one.
No, because it's in Miami.
His number one's in Miami.
And New England.
Exactly. Yeah. And listen, he didn't, even when he come out Monday, and was like, he was trying to swallow a little bit, but he still wanted to talk about the officiating.
Yeah.
That's not an officiating problem.
No.
That one call was not an officiating problem.
No. I mean, it's a receiver problem. He's got,
everyone
knows, cover Kelsey, because he's still good, and he's still
cover
the better.
Kelsey, and if he beats you with other guys, he beats me with other guys.
But the other guys can't beat him right now.
That's it.
Because they can't catch the ball.
They can't catch, and evidently they don't know when they're offsides when they're not.
And they can't run the ball all that well, because your tight end's good, your offensive line's good, and your running backs are good. Just stop them. Yeah. Just let Valdez-Scantling run around like a chicken with his head cut off. No. Not in the middle of Antarctica naked.
No, I mean, we've seen that.
Yeah.
So, Patrick Mahomes, hey, listen, I put him on that category with LeBron.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about the whole calling and looking and all that crap, man. Just play football.
Yeah,
and
he whines way
too much.
He's very similar to LeBron in that.
Yes, he is. Very similar.
Very similar. Well, what's kind of, speaking of last year's Super Bowl, Eagles in back-to-back weeks have gotten absolutely thumped. I think the defense just isn't there. The offense, people have figured him out. Nick Sirianni, for as cocky and as confident as he thinks he is, hey, he's going to have to make some adjustments because everyone knows what the Eagles bring, and everyone's stopping it at this point.
Listen, when you got those kind of weapons that Jalen Hurts has got, Soriano looks pretty bad.
Yeah, especially when
he's the calling the plays.
Yeah, when he's saying the things he's saying and acting the way he's acting, and
because
his offense is getting stomped.
Yes, I don't know what happened to offensive line.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's something going on.
I think they're good, still really good, but when the other team knows what's coming, that's the problem. 49ers had them figured out after 2 drops.
Yeah, and that, to me, that goes back to bad coaching for not adapting, not changing. You can change your game plan easily. Even if you want to try to get through the first half, when you go in the locker room at halftime, you got to change something.
Right. But he's not making any adjustments on the field. He's not making adjustments at halftime. He's not doing anything.
And listen, I've been
saying the Cowboys just curb stomped him.
Oh man! And listen, I've been saying it. I was saying it for 2 weeks. Are we going to see a Dak moment? Is Dak going to have this Dak moment? Man, he looked like a Super Bowl champ.
He'll have his Dak moment.
Oh, yeah, he'll have it.
In San Francisco in the NFC Championship game.
Exactly. But, I mean, the Eagles have got to –
They got problems.
They got problems and they get it fixed quick.
Well,
because when we run out of time.
The Eagles will probably have to go on the road in the playoffs. And the first time in Mahomes' career, he's going to have to go on the road in the playoffs.
Exactly.
If they even get there, because Denver's nipping at those heels right now. Even though they kind of fell off a little bit, they're still nipping at those heels. Looking at the schedule, we got a lot of playoff caliber teams. You got Steelers at Colts. Who knows what's going on with them? Jets are still alive. They're at Miami. Who knows what's going on with
Rogers supposedly cleared to play or practice.
Yeah, Buccaneers and Packers, 2 6-7 teams. That's a big game. The South with the Falcons, Saints, and Buccaneers. Who knows? Just like the other South with Tennessee. who knows what's coming out of that? Chiefs got to go to New England. Monday nights, Eagles, Seahawks. Seahawks still alive.
They're not out of it at all.
Even
Is Geno back this week?
Should be. But
talking about the Patriots. What about Bill? The news that come out today. He's done after this year. I'm glad they're letting him finish the year out.
Right.
Even though it's a horrible year. Finish it out. I guess as we get later down, we got 4 weeks left. 5 weeks left, something like that. Yeah,
because they played 13.
So we need to make a note. I would like about, I guess the last week of the season, we need to talk about where he's going to go.
Okay. Well, no one's fired anybody yet, right?
Oh, that's coming.
It's coming.
We're fixing to see it.
It's coming. Okay.
I think we're fixing to see some crazy stuff happen in the NFL. Because I told you I heard something this morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring that up real quick.
Okay.
Chicago Bears have got the first pick and the 5th pick in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking, there's 2 teams.
Yeah.
This was brought up this morning. The Chargers trade Justin Herbert
to the Bears
for the 1st and 5th pick. They already have the 10th. So they would have 3 of the first top 10 picks in this year's draft.
So they trade Herbert straight up for the 1st and 5th.
Yes.
And the Bears wouldn't have any first-round picks?
No.
If you're the Bears, at least get their 10th pick.
You would think. The other team they threw out, and they said this was talk on ESPN now.
Yeah.
Buffalo. They said Josh Allen to Chicago for the 1st and 5th.
Justin Fields has looked so good the last
they're
couple weeks.
They're saying Atlanta wants him.
They want another athletic quarterback that.
That's what they were talking about today. I read that.
This is getting wild. This is getting
really wild.
Josh Allen to Chicago, Justin Herbert to Chicago.
Because think about it. We've seen all the talent in the world that Justin Herbert's had. They ain't done nothing.
No.
I don't know if it's coaching. He's went through 2 head coaches.
Yeah.
He's got all the talent out there. They got a crazy defense.
Their defense can't stop.
They should have a crazy defense with the names they've got.
Yeah, but they can't stop anybody.
No, they can't stop anybody. So we're taking, in my mind, I think Drake may maybe take that 10th and 5th pick and trade up and get Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 2.
Okay. So who do you take number 1? Drake May?
You take Drake May
over
number 1.
Caleb Williams?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I'm going to be on. I'm not a Caleb Williams fan.
I'm 100% with you.
I'm out on him. I'm out.
I'm 100%.
So you take Drake May 1. Yeah. You trade that 5th and 10th for 2.
Yeah.
And get you Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay. I like the Marvin Harrison Jr. I like Drake May. I like them both.
And then go from there.
And build your offense around those 2.
Yes, because you still got Eckler.
Get your quarterback and get his number 1 target.
Yes, I like it.
Ohio State wide receivers in the NFL normally pan out really good.
Pan out really well.
Really well. All right, quickly before we go to break and we pick our bowl games, who's the best team in the AFC and who's the best in the NFC?
AFC right now, I'm saying Baltimore for me.
Yep.
And NFC's got to be 49ers.
I'm on the same page with you.
I don't think there's any argument.
Yeah, they face off Christmas Day.
They do face off Christmas Day, and I think it's going to be a game.
And I'm going to be a nervous wreck. I didn't feel good going into the Philly game, and they rolled them. I kind of, I was like, they're starting Drew Lock. I'm like, oh, great. Someone's quarterback's going to go off, but then they, found a way to solve them.
Brock Purdy. I told you last week, I took back some of the stuff I said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Debo's coming alive. 5 touchdowns the last 2 weeks.
He was hurt, get his legs healthy.
Yeah.
And listen, McCaffrey, stud.
They're starting.
I look at the McCaffrey, and I think I've talked about it. I look at it just kind of like the OKC Golden State trade for KD.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's on that level.
Yeah. Because he would be just getting beat up averaging 50 yards a game in Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, because listen, my Alabama guy's at Carolina, and I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, because he's got nothing around.
It's not his fault.
They did fire their coach. I'm like, I knew someone fired their coach.
They did fire their coach. Yes.
Good guy. I hate that for him. It's an impossible situation. Your owner's an idiot.
Dude, if I'm him, I'm
I'm
demanding a trade.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Get me out of the situation. All right, well, coming up next here, we're going to pick our bowls, and that is bowl game winners. We've already had a heated discussion off the air about that. We'll see. We got a lot to pick here. It's coming up next here on X Sports Live, brought to you by Hinies BBQ. Sometime today, Sam.
Buying or selling a home has never been simpler or more professional than with Realtor Jacob Patterson guiding you through the process. Jacob is currently featuring this beautiful new construction property in Loretto, Tennessee, located near the Cherokee Hills subdivision.
Hi, I'm Jacob Patterson from Caldwell Banker Southern Realty, and if you're looking to buy or sell or interested in this home that we featured today, just give me a call or text at 931-279-1707 anytime, any day, and I'll be there to help you.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Facing those challenges is easier together. That's why Jack Davis specializes in group insurance. Cover the most valuable aspect of your business, your employees, with coverage. Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee. Life, accident, cancer, critical illness.
Hidden Garden, located just off the square in downtown Lawrenceburg, is your hometown oasis for massage, aesthetics, full hair and nail services, and body waxing. Gift certificates are available, and be sure to follow them on Facebook for their specials. The Hidden Garden, your peace, your place. 222 Pulaski Street, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, or phone 931-762-9799.
If you want the best clean and wash experience, you need to catch the happy wave at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Don't settle for streaks, dirt residue, water spots, and weak vacuums that you can get at just any car wash. At all our locations, you will be greeted by a smiling attendant who will pre-wash your car front and back to remove any stubborn bugs and dirt before guiding you through the tunnel, where your car will be treated to the ultimate spa treatment with state-of-the-art equipment and one-of-a-kind wash experience that will give your car a showroom shine. Afterwards, you can help yourself to our free powerful vacuums, cleaning cloths, and glass and surface cleaner for the perfect finishing touch. When it comes to caring for your car, don't settle for any wash and pay for all the extras. Get the best when you catch the happy wave at your local Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Tegan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Tegan's Food Store today.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to X Sports Live, brought to you by Hinies BBQ. It's now time to pick the bowl games. They start this weekend. We got 43 on board. Also, to remind everybody, I put a link on our Facebook page for everybody. It's our Bowl Mania It's for everybody who wants to join. I want to get as many people involved. We might think there might be a prize for the winner. We definitely want Dusty to do it and Sam to do it and everyone that's involved with the X Sports Network. But want all of our fans, all of our viewers, all of our watchers, go get a part of it. I want to see hundreds of people get involved and see who's the smartest out here.
It's fun.
Yeah, my wife is probably still going to win because the name sounds fun. Or their color scheme is great. Just like that's how fair she picked Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue. 16 over that. Oh, that name sounds fun. That was a miserable. She got the first 16 games of that tournament right. It was a miserable.
Oh, man.
I got smoked in the basketball tournament. All right. Starting things off Saturday, it's actually at 10 a.m. our time. Georgia Southern, Ohio from the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
I'm going Ohio.
Yep. What do you got, Sam? Ohio. Same here. I actually grew up an hour away from Ohio, but they had a really good season to bounce back. I think they only won 3 games the year before. Georgia Southern is limping into that. I think Ohio takes care of business. New Orleans Bowl, 1:15 on Saturday. Jacksonville State, because, not enough bowl-eligible teams gets in. They take on Louisiana.
Jacksonville State.
Here you got, Sam. Same here. Give me the Fighting Rich Rodriguez's.
That's it.
That's my boy. West Virginians Unite. All right. The Cure Bowl, Miami of Ohio and App State. This should be a pretty decent game.
It should be, but I'm going App State.
Who you got, Sam? App State. Same here. I think App State finished the season strong, got into the Sun Belt Championship game. Let's just face it, Sun Belt teams are just built differently than MAC teams are, and I think that's going to show there. All right, New Mexico Bowl, New Mexico State and Fresno.
New Mexico State.
Who you got, Sam? Same here. I think New Mexico State is playing in front of their home fans, even though it's at their rival in New Mexico, but they've already won there once this year. They're going to make it too. All right, LA Bowl, Boise State and UCLA.
Give me Boise State.
Ooh, okay. Sam, who you got?
UCLA. I'm not picking Kelly.
Yeah, well, Sam and I are picking Kelly. I don't know. Boise State got into their conference championship game in like the weirdest way possible.
Oh, everybody lost.
And they fired their coach.
Their coach. And
so, at least UCLA has a coach going into this one. The Independence Bowl, Cal and Texas Tech, 2 6-6 teams.
Man, that's a toss-up. Give me Texas Tech.
Same here. Who you got, Sam? Yeah, I'm the same here. I think Cal had a better than expected season, but I think Texas Tech is just slightly better. Monday, the famous Toastery Bowl. I can't believe I'm saying this. Western Kentucky against Old Dominion.
All right, I'm going to pull your wife. I'm picking Old Dominion just because their name sounds cool.
You like the name? The Monarchs. Good mascot, too. Who you got? Same here. I think Western Kentucky's offense is about to light up Old Dominion. Oh, goodness. Frisco Bowl, Marshall and UTSA. I know you two are going to take UTSA. I have to, because of my heart, have to take Marshall.
I'm taking Marshall.
What?
Taking them.
Okay. Who you got, Sam? Yeah, you're smart, Sam. You're smart. I don't know if you guys seen this controversy with Marshall, their coach, in response to a reporter when his quarterback left for the portal. They said, well, he didn't get enough NIL money and he hates it here. And he just came out in this press conference yesterday and said he lied about it. Great move. He might be on back on Bama's coaching staff by next year. All right, the Boca Raton Bowl, beautiful place, Syracuse in South Florida.
Give me, I hate to even pick them. Give me South Florida. That's what I'm taking. I'm not picking Syracuse. Can't do it.
Who you got? Syracuse. I got Syracuse as well. I think just a slight edge. Syracuse has a better play at quarterback. I like their quarterback. So.
Well, we were talking about the ACC and all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Georgia Tech, UCF, and the Gasparilla Bowl. Guys, I know it's 2 6-6 teams, but I think this is going to be really fun.
I think it'll be a shootout.
I'm with you.
I'm going Georgia Tech.
Okay. Who you got, Sam? Georgia Tech. Oh, I'm taking UCF. It's in Florida. It's actually in Tampa. Not far from Orlando, and they've played there twice before, one of them against Marshall, won both of them, actually destroyed Florida one time in the Gasparilla Bowl, playing at the Buccaneer Stadium. UCF has no defense, neither does Georgia Tech. So, guys.
That's what I'm saying, man. Whatever the over is,
it should be in the 80s, and this is going to be this is a triple-digit game. All right, next Saturday, we've got Troy and Duke in the Birmingham Bowl.
The over and under 64.5.
So, they're going way above that.
I'm going to say Duke, the quarterback from Duke left.
Yeah.
I'm going with Troy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Duke that's going to kill them.
Who you got? You're taking Duke? Okay, I'm taking Troy. Sunbelt champions, dude. Their defense.
It's good.
Really good. Really, really good.
And Duke, I mean, what kind of offense are they going to have when their quarterback's gone?
Well, they don't have their offense. Troy lost their coach to Tulane. So, but Troy's, no one's opting out there. I haven't actually seen a lot of opt-outs. Have you guys, bowl game-wise?
No, the only one I've seen is one that's irrelevant.
Like, this
to
is
me.
normally opt-out season, but I haven't really seen much. Camellia Bowl, Arkansas State and Northern Illinois, 2 6-6 group of 5 teams.
I'm just going with the Northern Illinois. I'm just picking.
Who you got? Yeah. No Butch. We ain't picking Butch. Butch doesn't win big games.
I'm not picking Butch Jones.
James Madison Air Force and the
Give me
armed.
James Madison.
Yeah. Ever since Air Force lost their quarterback, hasn't been the same team. And JMU's at 11-1's got a lot to prove. Georgia State, Utah State in the Fried Potato Bowl.
I'm going Utah State.
Utah State? I'm taking them too. What you got, Sam?
Utah State.
Yeah.
These are some funky bowling.
Yeah. Georgia,
I like that one.
Georgia State, great start, horrible finish. Utah State, terrible start, great
Terrible
finish.
start.
So,
yeah.
colliding here. South Alabama getting the play in Mobile, out of Mobile against Eastern Michigan, 2 6-6 teams in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Used to be the GoDaddy Bowl, used to be the GMAC Bowl, and whatever name, made-up name you can think of.
Yeah.
But they're playing in Mobile.
Give me South Alabama.
Yeah. Home field, home city.
Yeah, their hometown.
USA, USA.
USA.
Utah Northwestern, Las Vegas Bowl. Very interesting matchup, Pac-12, Big Ten.
This is a very interesting, and Utah's favored by 7.
Yeah.
And I've got to go with Utah. I think they got a little better offense.
I'm with you too, and the defense.
Yeah.
Taking Utah. Give Northwestern credit. Had all that crazy stuff in the offseason.
They did have some crazy stuff.
And came back and won 7 games and actually beat some good teams along the way.
Yes, they did. And played in some closer games that they lost.
Yeah, I mean, give that. I hope they make him the head coach, whoever he is. And take the interim tag off. Late at night on next Saturday, Coastal Carolina, San Jose State in the Hawaii Bowl.
I don't know. Give me Coastal Carolina. They got a good baseball team.
Who you got, Sam? San Jose. Okay. Sam finally going against the grain a little bit. Tuesday, the 26th day after Christmas, Bowling Green and the only 5-7 team, Minnesota, in the Quick Lane Bowl.
Give me Bowling Green.
I'm taking them too. Who you got, Sam? Yeah, PJ Fleck is. Oh, I hope he gets embarrassed in that game.
Yes.
Texas State, Rice, and the First Responder Bowl.
Give me Texas State.
Taking Texas State. Who you got, Sam? I'm taking Rice.
Texas State. I think about the movie. I think about the movie Necessary Roughness when they go play the prison, Texas State prison.
Yeah, I mean, Texas State would have had a good season. No one saw that coming out of the Sun Belt. Rice had a good season.
Rice did have a good season.
Yeah, and they're both 2 Texas teams playing in a bowl in Texas. So that should be fun. Here's another fun one. Kansas UNLV, Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
I'm going Kansas.
Okay, and I'm taking UNLV. UNLV's had a great season. Hey, they're one of the few that actually gave Michigan a scare. Might have lasted for a half, but at least they gave them a scare. Wednesday, Mayonnaise Bowl, Mountaineers and the Tar Heels.
Listen, if I'm Tulane, I'm pissed going into this game for the season they've had, and they're underdogs.
Are you talking the Military Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, they're in the Military Bowl against Virginia Tech.
Well, what did you say?
I said the Mayo Bowl, the Mayonnaise Bowl.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll skip one.
West Virginia, North Carolina. Who
All
you
right,
got?
give me Virginia Tech.
I'm going to take all your leftovers home with me. Who you got? WVU and UNC.
I'm taking WV.
There we go. About to put it on the tar. They met before in that bowl game. I was there 13 years ago. West Virginia still won. Okay, Military, Tulane, and Virginia Tech.
Give me
You take
Virginia
VT.
Tech. Yeah.
I think Tulane, no one's opting out. Pretty good team. Virginia Tech did have a great finish to their season to get the 6-6, taking Tulane. And I was there Virginia Tech has actually played in that bowl game 3 times and have won all 3. So I was there for one of them. Here's a fun one: USC Louisville in the Holiday Bowl.
Well, that's not. I don't think it's going to be a fun one at all. I think
either.
Louisville just donkey stomps them because Caleb Williams ain't playing, and
that team doesn't care.
That team don't care at all.
Who you taking? Louisville? Yeah, I don't think that Louisville. No opt-outs. They want to make a point, and I think they're going to make a point. Texas A&M and Oklahoma State. Interesting one there in Texas.
Texas A&M, no coach. I'm going Oklahoma State.
I'm with you there. Who you got, Sam? Yeah. A&M's a major flux right now. Fenway Bowl. Boston College staying at home, taking on the AAC champs in SMU.
Give me SMU.
Yeah. I'm with you there. Who you got, Sam? SMU? Okay. All right, Pinstripe Bowl. Rutgers and Miami from Yankee Stadium.
Give me Rutgers.
I'm with you too. Who you got, Sam? You're taking the U. I think Miami, they've lost their quarterback to the portal.
Yep.
Not as good as what they think they are. Rutgers, really good defense, and they've got a really good running game to go along. I'm telling you, it's December at Yankee Stadium, muddy field.
It's going to be cold.
That goes in Rutgers' favor.
Yes.
Pop-Tarts Bowl, NC State and Kansas State.
Give me Kansas State.
Taking KSU. Who you got, Sam? I'm going to take NC State there. I think their defense is really good, and their quarterback emerged after after they had the bench, the other guy, the transfer. He emerged out there. I think he's been pretty good. Arizona, Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl, one of my favorites.
Give me Arizona.
Taking Arizona.
Oklahoma just lost their quarterback.
Yeah. I struggled with that. I want to take Arizona, but I think Oklahoma's still got all those weapons. They still got talent. Defense is better than what most people realize it is. I'm taking Oklahoma there. All right. Clemson, Kentucky in the Gator Bowl.
Give me Kentucky.
Taking Kentucky. Who you got, Sam? I'm taking Clemson. I think Clemson ended the season well, and I was struggling with that one too. But I think in Kentucky, obviously with the upset that really kind of
got them down. But Dabo just don't look like Dabo this year.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going Kentucky.
I like the way how they finished the season. Notre Dame, Oregon State in the Sun Bowl.
Give me Notre Dame.
Yeah. Same here. Who you got, Sam? Okay. Memphis, Iowa State, and in Memphis in the Liberty Bowl.
I'm taking Memphis.
Yeah, I'm with you here.
Home field.
Iowa State had a great start the year and just tanked there towards the end.
Laid an egg.
And Memphis is really good. If it wasn't for SMU and Tulane, they might have a 10-win season, and they might end up with the 10-win season here. Missouri, Ohio State, our first major bowl game here in the New Year's Six in the Cotton Bowl.
I'll never pick Ohio State, so give me Mizzou.
Yeah, I'm with you there. What do you got, Sam?
Ohio State.
Ooh, okay. All right. Ole Miss, Penn State in the Peach Bowl.
Give me Lane Kiffin.
You're taking Lane?
Taking the Lane train. Are you
James
Franklin?
He never loses these bowl games.
Kiffin,
he never does. He never loses these bowl games. He never does.
Kiffin's just
it's two guys that don't win big games in the regular season, but James Franklin never loses these bowl games.
And Franklin's going to be coaching for a job.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get fired over this bowl game, but he's going to be on the hot seat eventually.
Auburn, Maryland, Music City Bowl.
Give me Maryland.
Yeah.
I'll never root for Auburn.
Yeah, Maryland's just got too much offense.
And they got a good quarterback at Maryland.
Yeah. Arizona Bowl, Toledo and Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah, who you got there? Yeah, coach is retiring. He won several national championships in North Dakota State and turned Wyoming into not a powerhouse, but he did develop Josh Allen.
He did.
And they were winning 7-8 games consistently under his reign. All right, Georgia, Florida State. You guys have already told me who you're taking, but tell everybody.
I'm taking Georgia.
Okay, who you got, Sam?
Georgia by
I don't think 14's enough.
You don't think 14's? Oh, they do have them at 14.
Go ahead.
Florida State's going to cover, and they're going to win the game. They got the motivation. They got the government behind them. That's BS. I hate that stuff. But
this guy right here is losing it this week.
I just think that watching Georgia's offensive and defensive line against Alabama, I don't think Florida State talent-wise has what Bama has. That's obvious. But I think offensive and defensive line, they're very similar to Alabama. Georgia got exposed in that game. Hey, I'm a former O&D lineman. I think the game's won up front. I do think Florida State covers. If they do lose to UGA, I think it's by 4 or 5 points.
They haven't played anybody.
And the teams they played are under 500.
I mean, they have 8 wins against bowl teams.
You're right, but I'm just saying.
We'll see.
This is what makes it fun.
This is what makes it fun.
That's what makes it fun.
I have to go against the grain against you two somehow.
Yeah.
And just throw out some craziness here.
Sure. Oh, yeah, we live in SEC country.
It's SEC bubble. It's the bubble.
It's a bubble.
You start the line at Kentucky, and you cut it off, and and now you're adding Texas and Oklahoma, and now you got to deal with those guys.
Maylee,
she hears it at the house, too.
Please help this guy. Bless him.
I have no bubble because the Big 12 has no bubble. The Sun Belt at least has somewhat of a bubble, but the Big 12 has no bubble. All right, Iowa, Tennessee. Let's just all say Tennessee because Iowa can't score any points.
I'm picking Iowa.
You're taking Iowa?
I can't do it, man.
Okay.
I got to take Iowa.
Who you got, Sam?
Iowa legitimately.
Okay, explain yourself. I know no one can hear you, but Iowa legitimately. How do you? They might fire Josh Heupel if that happens.
I don't trust Tennessee.
You don't?
I don't think they'll do it.
How do you trust Iowa? They can't score.
Because they're not Tennessee.
Okay, well that makes more sense. Yeah. But like to say they're going to legitimately win.
It's like Auburn.
Okay, well that's fine.
Houston, New Mexico State almost.
But as bad as they did.
Yeah.
All right. LSU, Wisconsin.
Gosh, give me Wisconsin.
Taking Wis? You're taking the Badgers? Who you got? Yeah, same here.
Andy said to me,
Yeah.
have y'all lost it?
Hey, you can't talk if you're not here.
Who said it?
Hayden.
What's he doing right now? Is he at practice?
Are you in practice?
Are you at practice?
I need a text message right now.
Hold on.
All right, let's go to the Fiesta Bowl, Liberty, Oregon.
Give me Oregon.
Yeah. Sam? Yeah.
He wanted to take Liberty.
He did. He wanted to go.
He wanted to jump on that Liberty train.
Okay.
He's 13-0. He's going to 13-1.
He's going to take the Fighting Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
All right. Now to the semifinals. Bama and Michigan. I've got Bama.
All right. Can I explain myself?
Absolutely.
I've picked Michigan all year. When we can go back and look, I picked them to win the whole thing. I think we got a chance. I think we win. Give me Bama.
What is the line?
1.5.
Michigan's 1.5. Okay. I've got Bama too. I think Michigan's kind of been exposed.
They have been exposed.
Ohio State exposed them a bit with their talent. I think Bama is just better.
And I think quarterback play for us, I'm not saying it's better than Ohio State, but Jalen Milroe is a better runner.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how Michigan can just stop that.
No, they're. This is where your SEC bubble makes sense because Michigan hasn't played anybody like Alabama.
No, they haven't.
Not even close.
It's not even been.
For special teams, they would only beat Iowa by like 17.
Yeah, they did not look good against Iowa.
But they did not look good. And I think that we got enough up front.
Yeah.
We talk about up front. Mm-hmm. I think we have enough up front to get pressure on defense.
Which is why I think Bama's going to win.
Yeah, and I'll just be honest. I don't know that Michigan's defensive line can push on our offensive line.
They can. I think your one touchdown, I think, is right. It's probably a one-score game in all reality here. So, Sugar Bowl, Texas and Washington.
At first I kind of wanted to see the rematch from earlier in the year just to maybe shut some people up, if you want to say it that way. But I think realistic, if we're picking, I'm going to take Washington.
Take Washington? All right, Sam. All right, I'm taking Washington too. I think Texas, as a Big 12 guy, I don't think Texas outside of Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma is the best team outside of Alabama that they play. They got all kinds of weapons and a really good left-handed quarterback. Oklahoma won. I think Washington does it again. I don't think most people realize, and this isn't just an SEC bubble thing, it's everywhere across the country. Even though Washington's been on primetime a lot, I don't think people realize how good Washington is offensively with the weapons and what Michael Penix can do.
That's a fair statement. The only thing I see is their defense. I mean, and I don't want to take anything away from Oregon and that offense that they've got, but Washington has been giving up a lot of points.
Yeah, but not recently, though.
Not recently, but they have given up a lot of points. And Texas, if Ewers is having his game, they can score.
Absolutely.
So, but I still think Washington can win.
Yeah, it's going to, I don't know what the over.
Texas is favored by 4.
By 4, yeah. I think
whatever the over and under is, you better take the over.
Well,
let's just see.
Yeah, let's see. Washington's been really good against the spread lately.
63.5 is not enough.
No, it's not enough. And Washington's been really good against the spread lately, aka 9.5 to Oregon and win by 10. So give them all the credit there in the world. All right.
Said he would have been here if practice didn't run like that.
Oh, foot. That's no excuse, buddy.
Nope. See, Michael Marks had a final.
Yeah, he had no reason.
Yeah, he had a final. Hayden has no reason. He's just back there feathering his mullet right now.
Yeah, he's feathering his mullet, maybe putting some fop in it or something.
All right, well, coming up next here, we're going to talk our match. TLC 2.
Sorry, Clint.
That's coming up here next on X Sports Live, brought to you by Hinies BBQ.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Tegan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Tegan's Food Store today.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an AMAR Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464. Are you busy at home or at the office and can't get away for your favorite meal? Simply pick up the phone and call Wright's Delivery Service. Locally owned, locally operated, fast, friendly, and reliable. Phone 256-762-3031 or visit WDSordering.com. Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Live, brought to you by Hinies BBQ. It's now time to talk about our match of the week. We're going to WrestleMania 17. Edge and Christian, the Hardys and the Dudleys, and TLC 2. Now, I'll give a little backstory to this, and I actually didn't know this until I really did a deep dive into it. The first kind of match started at No Mercy in '99. It was a ladder match between Edge and Christian and the Hardys for $100,000 and to get Terry Reynolds as your manager. The Hardys won that one. The crowd wasn't into it at first, but once they started hitting huge move after big move, I mean, they got a standing ovation at the end. The next match, 2000 Royal Rumble, table match between the Hardys and the Dudleys where you had to put both guys through a table.
Yes.
And that spot where, Bubba Ray goes through the two tables and then Jeff does a swanton on top of Devon for the win. That was unreal. Then SummerSlam 2000, TLC won, tag titles on the line in Raleigh, North Carolina, home of the Hardys. Edge and Christian win. What a great match. I mean, just constant nonstop action that led this into this. All right, Dusty, rewatching the match, what were your initial thoughts going back to TLC 2?
I had forgotten. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
I've stated before that I'm going to start here. I have had the privilege to sit and listen to Jim Ross do a Q&A at Zany's in Nashville.
Yeah.
And Jim Ross is the mastermind behind the TLC matches.
Yeah, table, ladders, and chairs for those who don't know.
Yes, for those who don't know.
Yeah, it's not one the other.
So, I've listened to Jim Ross's mind behind it and his thoughts. And just so people know, these guys did not get paid what people think they should for that match.
Right. Yeah.
So going into number 2, as I was watching it, the first thing that really caught my eye, Jim Ross, besides, I said it last week, besides Gorilla Monsoon, I think Jim Ross is the man.
Yeah.
But how bad was
that's on my
Paul
worst.
Heyman?
That's on my worst
was
list.
awful. I had no. I forgot that he had done some color,
and it was bad.
It was really bad. Jim Ross carried the match the whole way, but as a wrestling match, you couldn't ask for anything better.
My best part of it was the constant action, and sometimes you see, especially in ladder matches today, it all revolved around going to the ladder and going up and getting the belts. Where today it's all about the moves and okay, somebody just go grab a ladder, go get whatever, and have the officials hold the ladder because you're big and that's not really sturdy. But that match, it all centered around getting those belts, and everything they did, except for a couple things, which is on my worst part of it, centered around going to get the belts and getting the ladders. And it just felt like the moment someone went down, somebody was going back up and someone was knocking them off the ladder.
What probably some people don't realize, hats off to Lita.
Yeah.
For what role she played in that.
Yeah.
And that match, I understand she had a very long wrestling career and she's tried to come back a little bit with Trish and that whole thing, but how Lita took those bumps just in that match.
Well, and also Rhino and
I hadn't even made it that far yet. Spike Dudley. Listen, I was at a live Raw event and I seen Spike Dudley, they missed a table with him. And just the back of his head caught the edge of the table.
I've seen that replay.
I was there.
Yeah.
It was nasty. But for little Spike Dudley to do what he done, it's impressive.
Yeah, it was just one thing after another, constant action centered around winning the match.
It was centered around. I didn't like the end.
Yeah, it felt anticlimactic.
It did. The end of it did. Rhino, of course, picks him up and carries him up.
Yeah.
But I want to say, I think the Dudley boys put Edge and Christian and the Hardys over.
They were my heroes of the match.
Absolutely.
The bumps Bubba Ray took, the way Devon did that move where he hung from the thing, and TLC won too. So, and he's definitely scared of heights.
He is.
And he did that not once but twice. But those guys, the bumps they took, I'll always think the concerto's hilarious. Here's a chair, catch it, boom,
and then hit him in the face with it. But when him and Matt Hardy were up on top of the ladder, and Rhino gives them the heave-ho, and they went 15, 20 feet out,
four tables,
four tables, and just finished them. They finished the match right there.
Yeah.
But for people not to realize what the Dudley boys meant to wrestling, and they're not known to be the well-liked guys in the locker room.
Yeah.
They play that persona.
They're old school.
They're old school.
Yeah.
And for them to put those two teams over, was really impressive for me.
Yeah. So what's your worst part of the match?
My worst part of the match was all the interference between Rhino, Lita, and Spike. I thought that match was so good without them.
Right.
And it was kind of irrelevant, the things they were doing. Yeah. It was cool to see Matt get on top and he swanton spiking Rhino through the tables. I thought that was cool, but they didn't need to go there.
I initially thought the run-ins, even though it was part of the storyline because Edge and Christian hurt Lita, and then Rhino had beef with the Dudleys, so it made sense. And they didn't dominate the match.
No,
because that was my initial thought. I'm like, the TLC 1 had a little bit of interference with Lita, but it didn't have the rest of it. My worst part of it was, you mentioned it, Jeff doing the swanton through the table with Spike and Rhino, two guys who weren't involved with the match. And if you go back and rewatch it,
he missed Rhino.
He missed Rhino, and in the ring, Edge and Christian are setting up a ladder, and he's attacking two guys that have nothing to do.
Yes.
They can go up and get the belts, and it's not going to count. And yet you got two guys. One of the teams is trying to climb the ladder to go get it, which I'm thinking, it's the Jim Cornette theory. Why do a ladder match when your purpose is to go up and get the belts, and you're doing something and literally two guys are in the ring about to do it. So,
but outside of that, I think Jim Ross hit a home run again with that one.
Yeah, Heyman was just I counted 4 times mentioned Rhinos from Detroit, Michigan.
He's not from Detroit.
And yeah, well, that's what,
Well,
in storyline he is. But, and just like, it's, he was saying, all their bodies are broken, and I'm thinking, dude, it's 5 minutes into the match. Like, Jim doesn't say that until someone goes through at least 5 tables.
Yes, and how they get up from that. Yeah, exactly.
I've watched the majority of that show today, and he was just unbearable. The whole, I think Paul Heyman's overrated. I really do.
Oh, I think he's terrible in what he does now. Yeah. I don't like it at all. At all.
I didn't like him in WCW. He was good in ECW because you never saw him.
Well, no, because he was running the show behind the scenes. We had to deal with him.
But CM Punk never needed him. Roman's not a great mic talker. So
he's not.
And neither is Brock, but CM Punk definitely didn't.
He didn't need him. So one match though, real quick.
Okay.
Did you watch leading up to that match? Did you see the Vince Shane match and how that with
how
Linda?
Awful it was?
Oh, it's terrible. And Linda acting like she's saying another space. She's spaced out.
Yeah, that was by far the worst match on that card.
Oh,
it was awful.
Hands down.
Because they had that hardcore match with Raven, Big Show, and Kane, which actually the two big guys in a hardcore match never looks good. That one actually looked pretty good.
It looked pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. So the heroes, we said the Dudleys, taking those insane buns, and who got screwed by Vince? I think it's the Dudleys.
I think the Dudleys.
Because you look at the history, the Hardys won the first two, that led up to it. Then I just didn't like Edge and Christian winning both TLCs.
No, they didn't need to win both of them. They really didn't need to win this one. I feel like the Dudleys should have won this one.
Yeah, because the crowd popped bigger for the Dudleys.
Oh.
They didn't in the first couple matches, but in this one, they absolutely won.
And at that point, that's when the Dudleys really started rolling.
Yeah.
And could you imagine the run they would have had if they would have got the titles at WrestleMania?
Oh, my gosh.
And then going on.
The fans went crazy for the Dudleys and everything they did. So I was a huge Dudleys fan.
I was a huge Dudleys fan.
Nitpicks, I don't know why Lita took off her shirt.
Yeah, I mean.
Just to get 3D'd from behind, like that just felt weird and stupid. Like I don't know why people take off their shirts when they fight. Like, oh, I'm so pumped up, I'm so amped up. Here, let me take off my shirt and then I can fight. Like, no, it's kind of stupid.
Like Ric Flair.
Yeah. Devon, I always thought it's funny. Like in both TLC matches, they tell him to go get the tables, and he looks underneath the ring for tables, and there's like 5 of them set up behind him.
Yep.
I've always found that funny. Heyman was terrible. And if you ever notice, like Jeff takes the worst of the bumps in every Hardy match. And Matt, every time he takes this hard bump, just rolls out of the ring and stays there for 5 minutes. Yeah. Like Matt Hardy was not, other than the bad one he took with Bubba. Was really not that involved at all.
And I will say for me, if you want to look at a positive angle, Christian done a really good job that match.
Him and Edge took some crazy bumps.
And Christian sold it even after the match, because Rhino carries Edge out.
Yeah.
And then here you can see Christian coming from the other side of the ring. He can't even hold his head up.
Yeah.
But he sold it well in the ring when they gave him the titles.
Yeah.
So hats off to Christian,
They all, I mean, just.
Oh, that's a great
It's
match.
really hard to, when our worst part's the with the color announcer,
Yes.
that's how good of a match that is. So don't know what we're going to do because our next Exports Live is after the new year. We got a busy week next week, but we'll keep you all posted on what our match of our next Exports Live is.
We're going to get us some props for our next one. I forgot again, but we're going to have some props.
Well, we're getting in the Royal Rumble WrestleMania season, so big one's coming up. Well, coming up next, me and the big guy are going to give you our rants. That's here next on Exports Live.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinies BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hiney in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hiney Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hiney sauces, snacks, and more. Hinies BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Night. Welcome back here to X Sports Live, brought to you by Hinies BBQ. We're going to close out our show with our rants, but first, it's our Are You Kidding Me? Dusty, what you got, man?
Mine's on LeBron, guys. His son, I tip hats off to Bronny, being medically cleared to come back and play basketball. And he got his minutes in. He had played a good game. What little bit he got to play, hats off to him. But his dad takes his spotlight from him.
Of course, because he has to.
He has to, because he don't get enough in Los Angeles. Yeah. But guys, he couldn't even stand up. Wow, he's walking in while the national anthem's playing. Mm-hmm. And then he sits down and is talking to his wife and his son and his daughter. That's so disrespectful.
Right.
So for one, USC fails by giving LeBron special treatment. None of those other players, like you said, their parents don't get all that. Ooh, we got the national anthem going. We can walk LeBron in at this moment.
Courtside seats.
Courtside. Everybody can see him. Just leave him in the back. Just leave him in the back. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about LeBron James and what he thinks he means to whatever.
Yeah.
It's really sad day that so many people look up to that guy.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree. I mean, it was clearly coordinated because he doesn't need to he doesn't want to mingle with the other fans, the other parents, or anyone else at USC.
And if anything, he should mingle with the parents. Yeah. I mean, that's his son's team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not LeBron's team, but
he's not even wearing USC merch.
Yeah, it's Nike. They're Nike. He's Nike.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I really don't have one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of like, what can I? I've got. This is kind of for LCHS students. Just want to remind you guys that there are 2 sides of the road, even when you exit the high school. I saw somebody when I was there the other day, and I was leaving after getting some interviews at practice. And, once you go out to Weekly Creek Road, some of the kids like to, on the far left, that means you can go left, and the far right and come right. Well, somebody in a handicapped accessible vehicle was trying to come up and about got ran off the road by 5 kids. Listen, kids, that rule still applies.
Exactly.
Even when you're leaving the school. So,
sure.
You're young. Most of you don't have many responsibilities, let's be honest, other than going to school. Oh, and by the way, next one of you kids with those giant trucks, which, by the way, the resale value for those are awful, wants to come wake up my son during his nap, because I've already done it, I've written down your tags. I'm going to wait till you have kids. I'm going to follow your lives. Wait till you have kids, and I'm going to come over, just buy a giant truck, bring it outside of that kid's window, and hit the gas with the brake on and let it go for 5 minutes.
So disrespectful.
I can't stand it. And they drive through that neighborhood like it's, like they're in an F1 race. Cops have pulled them over several times. They still do it. Here, by the way, kids, you did that in real life. Not only are you going to have to pay the bill, you get a lot of those stacked on top. Oh, you can't drive. And if you drive on a suspended license, guess what happens? You go to jail.
Get to wear them little silver bracelets.
Yeah, so just stop it now. You don't need this who wants a freaking vehicle that and sounds like a lawnmower on steroids.
Yes.
Or like a Mario Kart vehicle on steroids. cranking up the tank. Yeah, it sounds like someone's got bad gas after eating some of those hot chicken wings at Buffalo Wild Wings is what it sounds like. So I ran about that all the time, but I hope Lawrenceburg Police Department has actually done a good job recently of hanging out in that area.
Well, good.
One day I saw they pulled over 3 kids right next to where I live, and I'm thinking, good on you. Teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, kids are going to be kids. They're going to
Sure.
make mistakes, but you know what? All you who don't know, I'm going to find you when you have a kid. Right when that kid comes to sleep, I'm going to take my monster truck, park it outside of your window, and boom, make sure that kid doesn't sleep, and you can be up all night like I do. All right, what's your rant?
Man,
that wasn't even planned.
That wasn't even a planned rant. They done a really good job there. My rant, I'm going back to the NBA. I'm going to Draymond. I don't know if anybody's watching at home. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it on their phones. They watched SportsCenter last night. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know me and Hayden's been texting back and forth a little bit. 5 or 6 game suspension for this is not enough.
No.
You said it. That was a UFC punch to the side of the head.
Spinning back fist is what
that was uncalled for, completely uncalled for. Yeah. I understand that Golden State's they're not good right now. Yeah. You know, Draymond's taking a step back. He's not the Draymond he was a year and a half, 2 years ago. But that's uncalled for, and I want the NBA to do something to Draymond, and they need to set an example with him because the NBA's been rough this year already.
Yeah.
So the NBA is failing in that point and letting some of these superstars act the way they are. We don't need that in our sports.
Right.
It's in football. This is in UFC.
Right.
So in basketball, I understand there's contact in basketball, but not like that.
Yeah.
That's unexcusable.
That's why I always say that he has been suspended indefinitely.
Indefinitely. That is a fact.
I don't know if that was the team that did it or the NBA. Again, this is breaking news while we're
right. And I hope
show.
Golden State steps in, not just the NBA.
Well, you know, Steve Kerr's going to take up for him
because
he's got no
that guy was
backbone.
pulling his socks or something. You know, whatever.
Steve Kerr's got no backbone. You know,
zero,
morally or politically, and we've already found that out multiple times. But I had something to add, and I've always said this, and people think I'm crazy. I think not in college and high school, but in pro sports, I think they should have a hockey rule. You want 2 guys that want to go fight? Go fight. You got a guy doing stuff like Draymond does? All you get's a technical. Go have your way with him. Go beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
Same in the NFL. You got a guy cheap shot, everyone back away. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. 2 15-yard penalties, offset, play the next play.
And I've said about LeBron, like I know there's guys that get tired of hearing about LeBron, get tired of hearing about Joker, probably get tired of hearing about Steph or Giannis, whoever. But I can't believe that somebody like Beverly haven't just come and punched Draymond.
Well, he did what? He did push Chris Paul from behind?
He did push Chris Paul from behind, but like I'm talking about just somebody just straight up punch Draymond in the mouth.
It's going to happen at some point.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get it.
I mean, if he ends up on one of these shows like TNT, like they've always said he's going to be the replacement for Chuck, that's not happening now.
No.
I think that conversation
he don't play basketball like Chuck played basketball.
No.
And, you know, Chuck was very aggressive, but Draymond's just dirty.
Yeah, and Chuck didn't need Stephen Clay to enhance his talent either.
Exactly. So he done it himself.
All right, now it's time for my rant. It's my annual PSA to everyone out there. It's a Christmas rant. This goes for everyone. To please remind yourselves that you probably have friends and loved ones who have birthdays around the Jesus holiday. And what are the 2 Jesus holidays? Easter and Christmas. I was born on the 22nd, right around Christmas. I said last year, were you here when I gave my rant about this last year?
Probably not.
All right, so catch up, everybody. Let me tell you my history with presents around Christmas, having a Christmas birthday. One year, I got a Sega Genesis for Christmas. I got the games on my birthday because my parents thought they were VHS tapes. Not just 1 or 2 games, all of the games. That will ruin Santa for you in a heartbeat. So a few years later, I got a PlayStation, right? Excited for Christmas. Because my parents thought because remember, they came in those CD cases.
CDs.
They thought they were CDs, so I got all of my PlayStation games.
For your birthday.
For my birthday. So yeah, the Santa was already ruined at that point anyway. So there was that. And, multiple times like, hey, AJ, where do you want to go eat for your birthday? Oh, I want to go to this place. Well, so-and-so, they really don't like it there. Can we go eat here? Well, is it their birthday? No, but we're paying. Fine.
It's my birthday.
Multiple times that's happened.
Right.
Is certain presents, you know how many parties I had as a kid where all my friends came over?
Not many? One.
And I was 19 years old when it happened, and it was my idea. I got one party planned by my parents with my church friends there at church. It was a surprise party. Here's the kicker to it. She asked me because we were doing a church Christmas party for the youth group, so I went and picked up the 2-liters. I bought the 2-liters with my own money to my own surprise birthday party. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't do that to your Jesus holiday people, Easter or Christmas. Please treat them like regular birthdays. I realize mine being 3 days from Christmas is a hassle and a burden to all my loved ones and my wife. God bless her heart, but my wife has done a terrific job of making my birthday mean something. That's one of the million reasons why I love her. She's done a great job. So, and I'm going to give another PSA. This is unplanned, but now I'm on a roll after going off on people about kids and driving around and waking up my kid. Trust me, I know who you are, and I'm going to ruin your life here in about 10 years. But not ruin your life, just ruin your sleep. That's a little bit harsh. But this involves people who ruin Santa for kids that aren't their parents. It is not the pastors, the youth pastors, because I've heard this. It's not the friends. No one else's job to ruin Christmas for the kids. If the kid believes in Santa, let them believe. Not having that innocence when they get older. So I should have gave the PSA, kids go away, before I say this. But as long as my kid wants to believe in Santa, he's going to believe in Santa. When he doesn't, he doesn't. To tell him the truth about Santa, you're looking at him. It ain't you, and it ain't you. So if you're doing that and you're ruining it for someone else, especially some of you holier-than-thou preachers and youth pastors out there, well, they really need to know the truth that Christmas is about Jesus. Yes, it's about Jesus, but it can be about Santa at the same time. Don't ruin it, jerks. Yep. Let the kids enjoy it. Let them have their innocence. You know what? As a kid, I believed in Santa and Jesus at the same time.
That's absolutely.
Let the kids do it too.
Yep.
And you know what? Gosh darn it, I still believe in Santa because there's too many fat white guys with white beards that look like Santa out there. Even though my son won't smile for the picture, they're still out there. Let us believe in Santa for those who want to believe in Santa.
Great, man.
I've got a lot to get off my chest.
Man, where's this been?
I don't know. I just thought about and what brought it up was, we had a youth pastor when my wife and I lived in East Tennessee when we first got married. There's someone that their kid, special needs, autistic kid, is 14 years old, still believe in Santa, and the youth pastor broke the news to him.
Oh.
I told that youth pastor to his face, you'd be in the hospital. If that was my kid, you'd be in the hospital. You're lucky that guy is nice.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy, but I'd still put you in the hospital.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, apparently that kid was not in good shape after that. I mean, it's been to a special needs kid.
Sure.
I mean, come on, man.
Sure.
All right, good show here tonight, guys.
Well, it's good.
We're going to take off. We got busy week next week. Obviously, Christmas stuff the week. I'm going to be in West Virginia and Disney World. So after the first of the year, we'll bring back Exports Live. All right. So
everybody have a very happy and blessed holiday.
Yeah.
From here, us guys at the Export.
That's right.
We'll shout out to our man behind the scenes tonight. We got old Samuel in the house. Yeah, Kevin said he needed to go home. Somebody told us last night?
Yeah, he did some head patting.
He said patted his head.
We don't understand his sign language.
We got to figure out sign language for Kevin.
Yeah. Sam filled in nice, and he actually gave us bowl picks.
He did give us bowl picks. He likes to interact with us. I think he likes us.
I think he does.
Kevin. I don't know. I'm the redheaded guy, redheaded stepchild with Kevin. It's all in fun. Yeah. But everybody have a good holiday. We'll see y'all in a few weeks.
So for Dusty Kaiser, for our new producer extraordinaire, Sam Camp, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys when it's 2024.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.